U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand-new head coach, a brand-new organization in Carolina.
First down, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense.
Yeah, do I ever.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The 21-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, and it'll bring up third down.
It's third down and 14.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under.
Last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards.
Gosh.
I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made power.
Stanley.
And easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and
On the
goal.
bottom. They're adorable.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is off the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Carolina getting set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Seriously, JoJo.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Excellent. Play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Michael Palardi on the punt.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers about ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now an option play on second down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Panthers nothing. Michael Palardy on the punt for the Panthers.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46.
Receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Flushed out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that'll bring up second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. That catch, by the way, number 540. 22 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He can this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now the All-Pro from the season ago. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
Now Bridgewater. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the 1st half, this is just complete domination. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll be hit and and taken down at the 21.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Panthers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Single digits.
They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That was signal with a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three.
Lay down, buddy.
Have to like their position. They've got the lead.
Come on, lay down.
Football as well as we are
lay
back
down.
And underway for the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback.
You can lay down right there. That's fine, but lay down.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls,
Louis, lay down.
Up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the
Jake, why don't you love me like that?
You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Gonna let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So how about that for a change?
Like, I just want love, Jake.
Inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I'm just like every man, just looking for love.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's like, what you don't realize, Jake,
This drive might have to start digging
is
in
when everybody goes to bed tonight. My bed is about to feel the brunt.
Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year.
It's like you're gonna come out in the morning, that thing's gonna be so sticky.
Continues to pour it on.
Oh
And a pause in the action because the booth.
my God. This dog.
Dan Bailey.
He was like laying down and moving his face forward. So his entire
They had to
cheek
go
was
to the monitor, get an extra
bad.
look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will
So
count.
you're gonna tell me to get on the bed in the morning and it's gonna be all crunchy?
Swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He was trying to go back to Moore there. Make it 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 40.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more.
Might start having the MLB curse that he's tearing his shoulder out.
I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes are
Yeah, for
working.
several
Now
months
where
at
do you go?
least.
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is,
not
just
finished
what you
with.
said, you
I
go
have
over the
one on
changes.
that
I bet
left
they were
paw
pretty clinical at the half,
and two on the
not
right.
too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
When did I say do it?
Yeah.
They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out this far.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Are you
Got to
eating
him
the
before he
pillow?
ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 24-yard
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of that.
Like knowing your testicles.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
On first down, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
I'm aggressive looking.
What's up, Ringo?
Whistle against a big right tackle.
I want to hold your
It'd be a lot
hand.
easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Cook breaks free again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary, so I got to give credit to the offense.
The very first play of the game, I sacked Bridgewater. He fumbled, I picked it up, ran in for a touchdown. So that just kind of signified how this game was going to go.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And we return. Welcome. You back to Minneapolis, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
You act like she's killing you.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Okay, I come in.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Able to shake him off. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
By Brian Byrne. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in for 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he puts it through. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, Bridgewater. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. He's at the 30. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And our focus now moves to Randall Cobb. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A strip. The ball comes out.
Teddy Bridgewater set.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Bridgewater, play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.